Thanks for joining me, and in this video I'll be talking about the digital marketing strategy and the outline and what to include in your strategy. The first thing to include is your audit and your analysis. This is the research that you carry out into your target markets, into your competitors, and really getting an understanding of the digital marketing landscape and where your products or your services will fit in. It's important that you identify the segments that you want to reach with your online marketing strategy, and it's not always possible that you can reach all segments because of budget constraints and financial and time constraints and so on. So this is a very critical part because it's going to tell you a lot about what you need to target and who your competitors are. After your audit, then you do the analysis, which includes your SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities and threats. And from that, you move on to your marketing objectives. This is where you write down the statements that describe what your organization is going to achieve in the digital marketing landscape. Setting objectives is not something that many people do very well because many objectives are not very specific, measurable, and they are not very relevant. So it's very important at this stage to really think through exactly what your organization wants to achieve online. After looking at your objectives, you now move on to the actual strategy itself of how you are going to target your customers and create a competitive advantage that is better than your competitors. And this is first begins with your target marketing. So now you've identified the actual segments that you want to target. Having done that, you now need to look at the promotional tools that you're going to use to reach those target markets. And there are many tools that you can use and many online channels that you can use. Some popular ones are pay-per-click advertising, social media, affiliate marketing, email marketing, and so many of them. It all depends on your sector, what industry you're in. And that's going to determine which promotional tools you're going to use. For example, if you're targeting consumers, social media is going to be very important as an acquisition and as retention and building brand awareness sort of tactics. So it's very important to realize where your target markets are and how you're going to reach them. And the strategy includes many tactics, which also includes your positioning. How are you going to position your products in the market? You obviously want to occupy a position that your competitors are not occupying, and that's not always easy. And after this, when you've looked at all the tactics that you need to do, you need to create a budget which is sufficient enough for you to achieve the objectives that you outlined at the beginning. And that budget setting is something that a lot of people struggle with, but one effective way of setting a budget is to look at all your tactics, your products, your website, and all the online promotional tactics that you need to do, cost all those up and then add them together to arrive at your budget. And finally, you now need to control and track and measure all the activities you're going to be doing, the tactics and the strategy. And this is an ongoing activity and requires a lot of changes and updates into your plan. Some tools to use include Google Analytics, and Analytics is good because you get a lot of metrics in there that you can track. Engagement metrics like bounce rate, average time on site will tell you a lot about what's happening with your traffic. And many of those metrics can actually be used as your objectives. So it's a continuous refining of your strategy just to make it more effective. I hope this video has been helpful, and you can comment and subscribe at the bottom. Thank you.